Yo, what up, Subliadeo? Good to see you, dude. How you doing? Hope you're having a good old time. How's your Sunday going? Unholy Zero, dude. Hey, buddy, you caught me before bed. Let's go. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing, dude? It's been a while. A little bit, but how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, just got everything all set up. Dude, we have so many orders because I ran out of Monster Tape Zero CDs, and I'm kind of mad because I ran out of like the back paper from Monster Tape Zero CDs, but they just came in today, and the manufacturer messed up, and now like I don't know if you can tell that. You can't really, but like they made the papers too big. Like they printed them weird, so now all the CDs are gonna look kind of goofy. So the next 1,000 Monster Tape Zeros gonna look a little funny. My bad, y'all. I'm probably gonna email them and complain and be like, "Yo, can you fix this?" So yeah. But Subadale says, yo, happy Sunday. Not bad. Went for a new eye prescription and chilled the entire day. Hey, that's what's up, dude. Yeah, I've been doing good. Got the thing earlier today, and mostly just literally packing orders, getting ready for today. Just because we have like a gabillion, dude. So yeah, like yeah. But Unholy Zeros. But yeah, thanks for asking, Subadale. Anything new since Tuesday? But Unholy Zero says, it's been fantastic, bro. How are you, man? Yeah, just said, yeah, I'm doing good for the most part. Can you trim them down? Yeah, thanks for saying that. I can't, because it's less. So oh my God, I said they made the paper too big. But really, it's they perforated it wrong. Like, when like, because they like the sides of a CD like fold up at the edges, they put it like way too inward. So because of that, like, it just looks kind of, I don't know. Like they'd have to redo the entire thing. But who is it? Good to see you. How you doing? Hey, what up? How's your Sunday going? And laggy streamers are just me. Unholy Zero. I think it might be an Instagram issue because my stream stats look good on my little thing. So it might be an Instagram issue, low key. My bad. But yeah. So I think it might be just you. It's coming through fine on my computer too, like in terms of, yeah, I don't know. My bad, dude. Or someone else, I guess if someone else, let me know. If it's not, I'm wrong. But yeah. All right, so first we're gonna do this order, and then I'm gonna pack as many orders as I can. I'm going to jazz night later tonight, so we'll end stream probably like 30 minutes to an hour early. Maybe an hour early, just because I've been wanting to see the first band play, but I haven't been able to. We might just do 2 hours. My bad, but jazz night is like my favorite thing in Phoenix. But Suido says, if anything, get a revision done on one of the jobs. Oh my God, I opened way too many things. Get a revision done for one of the jobs I hated doing the most, so hoping it doesn't come back again. Okay. Dang. So you're talking about before, what's it called? Since Tuesday? Oh, sorry, Suido. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't come back. Because yeah, when you get a revision, it's always like, ugh, I already did the work. Why aren't you happy with it? Just take it. I feel you on that, dude. I've always hated that in like code review. Back when I was like writing code and stuff, that was always like a ugh. But Floppy Flakes, CIA, what up? Good to see you. How you doing? Stopping by. Hello, Roses. How's your Sunday? What's it called? How's have you been since Tuesday? Anything new? But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Floppy Flakes, how's your I guess CIA? Just because I don't know if I'll confuse the names in my head. But how's your Sunday? How you doing, dude? But Rosa says, I'd love jazz night too if I could go, so that's understandable. Well, thank you, Roses. I appreciate you understanding. Yeah, honestly, it's just so cool. And I'm going to go with Newport and my homie A-Greg. So it should be a good time. We're just going to hang out, listen to some jazz. So yeah. Sibadale says, yeah, you feel me on that. Yeah, I don't know. Because my biggest revision thing was back when I was writing code. It was like code review. I hated it. Be like, what do you mean my code has issues, man? Yeah, I mean, it works, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean. So yeah. But Unholy Zero says, no, you're good. No, bro, no worries. Just want to say what up, bro, before bed. I just spent 2 hours meal prepping. I'm tired as hell. I feel you on that, dude. Yeah, I gotta do some when I get back from jazz night. I gotta make ice cream. I finally got my overnight oats recipe good. So I just ate some this morning. So I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of like overnight oats, which is a lot of just like prepping the night before. So I feel you on the meal prep. I've been doing that a lot myself too. But who is it says, best way to describe my day? It's hot, too hot to think. Oh, I feel you on that. Yeah. Thankfully, it's not been too crazy. I mean, it's 95 in Phoenix right now, but it's like a dry heat. So, it's, you know, I mean, 95 out here is like, it's like a warm day. To us, it's like a warm day. But yeah. But no, I feel you on, yeah, I've been there. Hole Zero says, have fun at Jazz Night. Thank you, and Hole Zero. Skyer, dude. What up, Skyer? I forgot what you said. I was rewatching the VOD, Skyer, and there's something you said that literally, hearing it a second time, I died 10 times harder than the first time. But how you doing, dude? How's your Sunday? How you feeling? Oh, there we go. And Rosa says, it's been good. Finally tried oatmeal and it was nice. Then met up some school friends and talked about hang out for the new dog, Marissi. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad to hear you got to hang out with your dog. Got to hang out with some school friends. That's what's up. And tried oatmeal. Yeah, oatmeal's, I don't know. I've been eating lots of oatmeal too. I'm not gonna lie. Been eating a lot of oatmeal lately. Because it's like really good fiber. Oh, I should have made the title. I went to the doctor, dude. I went to the doctor. I mean, that's good though, but it's just, dude, I almost was late streaming just because I was like staring at the screen like, what should I name the stream? But on that note too, actually, speaking of names, I figured out how to upload the VODs to Spotify. So I think I'm gonna have Kimberly go and like take all the VODs starting since November and upload all of them to Spotify. But I had to wait for the Spotify page to come up just so we can like confirm and see it and everything. But yeah. But remind me to talk about the doctor. I mean, it's not that amazing, but you know, just because it was pretty funny. But Sky says, it's been all right. Watched like an 8-hour video about Grumpy Cat. Oh, sick, dude. Like just the whole history of Grumpy Cat, or like was like a retrospective, Grumpy Cat retrospective. That sounds kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie. I would watch that. My head noise canceling on. It's not okay. And Unholy Zero says, fantastic choice. I do jars of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, blueberries, protein granola, honey, and protein pollen night. Oh, night, bro. Okay. I was like, pollen night. But yeah, good night, dude. Thanks for stopping by. But that's hella good. Yeah, I do milk instead of Greek yogurt because Greek yogurt doesn't have lactose in it, but like, I don't know, I just need specifically a certain non-lactose milk or else my stomach like cries. But I also do blueberries and I do protein powder. I need to get granola. But yeah, and honey. I also do honey. I also do stevia. So I do honey and stevia. It's pretty good. But yeah, dude, good night. Thanks for stopping by on Holy Zero. Hope you have a awesome night sleeping and stuff. But somebody else says, yo, it's nice. Thank you, dude. And Rosa says, cool. Yeah. Just because I was hanging out with my buddy Trey yesterday. I was telling him about the doctor, and he was like, that's hilarious. So I guess I can just tell right now, but let me catch up on chat. But Rosa says, cool. Logan, yo, good to see you. Yeah, I emailed you back this morning, and I saw you replied. But I will get back to you when I can. But how you doing, Logan? How's your Sunday? And Anxiety says, 8 hours? Yeah. Dude, I mean, honestly, sometimes I'm a big, like, throw on, like, long YouTube video. I'm the same way. But how you doing, Anxiety? How's your Sunday going? But yeah, I've definitely found some, like I've watched, like, some 10-hour YouTube videos. I'll really just throw them on in the background. Like, FD Signifier, they'll make, like, 8-hour videos, and I'm like, yes. Yes. Like, I think the Tyler Perry video was, like, it might be 8 hours. It was really long. It might be 4, but still. But wait, since I already brought up the doctor. Yeah, so I went to the doctor the other day. I found out, so the doctor said I'm 6'1", not 6'2". So I gave myself an inch. My bad, y'all. But it was the doctor's assistant. But yeah, I got there like directly on time. And yeah, pretty much they were asking me a bunch of questions. Yeah, it was funny. I don't know, just it's funny the questions they ask you because it's just so random. Because like it went from like, hey, like, how are you feeling? I'm feeling good. And then it like, you know, because now doctors do mental health stuff too. So they were like, have you had any moments of like sadness lately? I'm like, not really. But then they would ask me questions like that would like, honestly, these questions, I don't like answering mental health questions. Not because like, I'll tell you anything, but they'll be like, have you not been to the store? And it's like, yes. Sometimes it's like, have you not felt no feelings of like, it's like you said the word no 3 times in this question. Like, is this a trick question? You know what I mean? Like, I was what you're asking me. So yeah, so that's a little funny. But then yeah, so I was talking to the person. She was really nice, and then the actual doctor came in, and she was super cool. But honestly, it was so goofy. Like, the doctor walked in, like, how do you feel? I was like, I feel pretty good. And they're like, all right, cool. It'll be $50. I was like, you didn't even do anything. Yeah. It was like, you all right? Cool, all right. That'll be $50. You know what I mean? I was like, goddamn. But like off a sitcom look. No, it really was, dude. Yeah. So that was hella funny. But keeping it real, yeah. So the doctor didn't like they didn't even. Well, actually, no. They like, I don't know. Pretty much they just sat across from me, asked me a bunch of questions, and like they didn't really do anything to me. But they were like, "Do you have any concerns?" And I finally was able to be like, "What's up with my stomach?" And they were like, "Oh." And I told them all my mom's medical history, and they were like, "Oh, none of that is hereditary, so you're probably fine. It's probably just, you probably just gotta take some probiotics. You'd be all right." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So I answered that, and then I also asked them to do blood work for me, just because I was like, why not? You know what I mean? Because I hate needles. Navi made me afraid of needles, dude. Because I used to not mind it, but then like I remember one time, Navi had to get at-home nurse or something to get like his blood drawn for something. And I remember just all day he was like sweating bullets, like, oh, they're gonna get this needle, they're gonna get this. And I was like, dude, it's not that bad. He's like, no, dude, you don't understand. And then ever since then, I've been like, seeing him so afraid of needles made me afraid of needles. Whenever I see taking needles, I just think back to that. I'm so scared that it scares me. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I was like, because I was like, look, I haven't got my blood drawn in a while. Can we just do it? Let me just get out of the way. And yeah, they like drew like a bunch of blood. And I don't know, I get so woozy too afterwards that I just like, I don't know, I can't stand up too fast. I don't know. But they got like 4 vials, and I was like, ugh. So yeah, it was wild. But yeah, let me catch up on chat. But yeah, that's what happened to the doc. I mean, I got more doctor stuff, but brother sizzle mal like I'm a sitcom. Yeah, but it really, dude, honestly, like, it really did feel like, to be fair, I guess she touched my stomach at some point, but other than that, she was just like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, and they're like, all right, cool, $50. Like, she was like, what? You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm sure once I get older, I'm like kind of, it would definitely be worth the money, but it's just kind of silly. It just felt real silly. Like, to your point, it definitely was like a sitcom moment. Logan says, bro, I tested the Gemini AI rewriting. Oh yeah, I'm stretching for Korean Duder. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday? And hydrate, I got you. But yeah, Logan says, rewriting tool, forgot how to revert it and how I was sending the email reply, so looks AI, sorry. Oh yeah, no worries, Logan. That's all good. Yeah, no, what's it called? I mean, I feel you on that, dude. I don't mind you doing that. But just thanks for giving me a heads up, just so I'm not like, hey, did you AI write this? But no, I know where you're coming from. It's all good. I'm not tripping, Logan. Because this says, lol, sound like a Mr. Krabs moment. No, it really did. It felt like it, Roses, for sure. Because like as soon as I like walked back to the front desk, they were like, that'll be $50. I was like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? So yeah. Lucas says, Dr. Seinfeld, yeah. Rose says, I'm scared of needles too, so I feel the pain. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. So I was asking, I was like, I'm afraid of needles, and the guy who did it was like, yeah, so is everybody else. And I was like, damn. You know what I mean? He's like, 90% of people are like, don't worry about it. Look, I'll get this done for you ASAP. And I was like, yeah. And then who is it says, once they hit me with the mental health questions, I'm listening to the psych ward for answering too honestly about mental health. No, I feel you on that. Yeah. Yeah, that's like the kind of a thing too. You kind of have to play the game. I don't know, that's what I've heard. Like, I'm not advocating for that, but I've had lots of people, close people, my friends and family who struggle with mental health would say that like they kind of have to, you know what I mean, play the game when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, I feel you. What other stickers should I give them? Give them one more of these. My bad, I'm packing a vinyl order, so I'm like, yeah, I'll give them one more. We know, magnet. There you go. I don't know why, but I have like a mental thing in my brain that I'm like, oh, I must return the favor. But yeah, Korean Dude said hi. How you doing? Some of the says just gotta look away, close your eyes, and wait for that pinch. Yeah, I have to look away. I'm the same way, dude. I have to look away. But because like I asked them like, yo, test me for like, just do it all. Like whatever test you got that involves blood, do it now. Just cholesterol, anything you want to test in my body, do it right now. You know what I mean? Because I only want to do this once. So because of that, yeah, I feel like something. I always like look away, and I like the pinch wasn't too bad, but to me it's just like because they drew so much, dude. Like it was, oh, dude. I'm sorry to talk about it, but like I could feel the blood leaving my body, and I could just instantly my brain started being like, and then my hand just started like dripping sweat. Like my body was like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know why my body's so sensitive to give. Because people donate blood, dude. My body trips out the second I start losing blood. So yeah, so my hand was just dripping in sweat. And every time, like the guy was like an old army vet dude. So he was super cool. The guy who did like blood work. But yeah, but he was just like, you know, he was on it. So he was just like, he was just swapping out the vitals hella quick. But like because he was doing it so fast that like I felt it like in my arm, like and I was like, ah, I don't know, ah. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I don't know. And anxiety says I like watching the blood draw. I can't, dude. Because I feel like if I did, then like I think I would actually faint. Because I'm not like sensitive to looking at blood. It's just my whole body just like I can feel it just like flip out when it starts losing. I don't know what it is. And I feel like if I looked at it, then like my body would be like, oh, we actually are. It's shut everything down. It's GG's, y'all. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But Logan says, just hold your nose tight as hell and you won't feel anything. Really, Logan? I'll check that out next time. Yeah, future me, if I ever go back to the doctor to get blood taken, try to hold my nose. Or I'll ask the blood person if they think that. The Korean dude with all the still groovy emojis. Thank you, dude. Heck yeah. Actually, Korean dude, I finished the song Soft Reset. I'm telling you, it's inspired by you because you were always talking about shiny hunting. So I was thinking like soft resetting. I know, it's pretty good. I finished it 2 days ago. But yeah, Logan says, you think anything I should add to the terms and features? I finished a batching Pro Tool for catalogs, but Portal isn't out. Okay, yeah, I'll let you know, Logan. Or even neglecting your SoundCloud, get paid if you artist pro. Last week was there, was like a Reptar. Yeah, I know, I need to update them, Logan. I know I need to. But we got blood taken out. Oof, I did an IV though. I never got an IV, Logan, so I'm the opposite. But yeah, I need to get back. I'm gonna probably have Kimberly update the SoundCloud because it's just because yeah, SoundCloud pays like dog water, dude. I lose money on uploading SoundCloud, and I feel bad because people like listening to SoundCloud. But yeah. But Rampage, sorry, I'm just not getting back to you, dude. I was like in the middle of like telling my doctor story. How you doing, dude? If you're still here, Rampage, how you feeling? How's your Sunday? But Rosa says last time I got blood taken out, it was the day before Discolic song Sparkle on. Oh yeah, Sparkle on. So I copied or I coped well because it went wrong and busted me with pain. So I felt to the bone for a week. All right, let me think about this. Cope well because it went wrong and bust me. Bruised. Okay, my bad. Bruised. I was like, what is bust? Bruised me with pain. I felt to the bone for a week. Yeah. So roses, I feel the same way. Like I don't feel it anymore, but like if I touch it, I still can feel like the like almost like the needle, like the ghost needle, you know, the ghost pain. That one was like, yeah, no worries, roses. I know. I've done the same thing in chat, and I've watched Twitch stream, so like I completely understand. I was like trying to read. I was like trying to like try to do the typo in my head, and I was like, what could this have been? You know what I mean? But yeah. But somebody else says, ugh, yeah. In your case, that would weird me out too. Feeling it leave would cause the system go crazy. Yeah, I don't know why some do it, but my body's just so sensitive to it. I couldn't tell you why. That's like my weakness. If they ever want to get me, they'll just make me lose like 1 milliliter of blood, and I'll be like, ugh, instantly faint. GG's. You know what I mean? My weakness. All my blood needs to stay inside of here. So yeah. But what's it called? Who is it says, I can't even get blood drawn because I'm very anemic. Oh yeah. Yeah, my dad was anemic too. And I think my brother might be. But yeah. I feel you on that. Because my dad was the same way. So yeah. But yeah, being anemic is wild. Didn't they I might be way off. It might have been sickle cell, but I know like I think I saw a headline once that I guess they cured someone of like either sickle cell or anemia, which is like, whoa, that's wild. Out in like New York. But it was like the first person ever. So, you know, it's like it's gonna be a minute before they figure out what else to do for it. But Logan says, I meant distributors, damn it. YouTube deleted the message. My bad. Look, yeah, I don't know what happened. You might have to use another platform. I missed it. Oh, there you are. You're going to cancel. I forgot. Okay, Marcos82 is the only artist I know to SoundCloud. Here's my YouTube message. Okay, yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's the thing. SoundCloud tried to get into distribution, but like, yeah, SoundCloud's goofy. That's surprising. I didn't know Macross distributes through SoundCloud. That's interesting. But Rampage says, I remember tripping out one time for a blood test, got all dizzy right before they took it out, couldn't shake it. Yeah, Rampage, no, same, dude. Like, so the reason why I was like so nervous too was because the first time I got blood taken was like, I think in 2021 was the first time they actually like wanted like my blood to check for stuff. And what's it called? Yeah, like the lady was like, oh yeah, you're gonna stand up. So I stood up, walked like a few steps, and I was like, I don't feel so good. And she was like, whoa, sit back down then. You know what I mean? The whole time though, I felt like the lady was flirting with me. She was like, oh my god, I love your hair, it's so nice. And then I lost all my riz the second I was like, I don't feel so good. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, Rampage, I feel you on that. Yeah, even this time, like I told the dude, I was like, I can't stand up for a little bit, my bad. He's like, no, you can chill in here for as long as you need. And like even that, I had to chill for like a good like 3 minutes because I just felt my body like, you know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah. But Doctor was, I mean, honestly, I'm glad I got it done with. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I guess all in all, Doctor was cool because I got it done in a day. It wasn't that bad, thankfully. And then afterwards, I just came home, finished all the last little mixing thing I had to do for Monster Tape 1, and now it's finally like finished. Like I'm no longer opening up FL Studio to make any more changes to the album, so it's all the way completely audio done. The last little change I made is I feel like the bass was a little too obnoxious. Like, you know, my music has a lot of bass in it, but I think it was a little too much. It's on certain headphones. So I lowered like the sub like a tiny bit, because that's actually one thing I'm lacking on. I don't have subs in my studio setup that I have up here because I just can't afford it right now. So I'm hoping maybe during Black Friday I can get a sub so I can actually hear below 60 hertz when I mix my music. So that way, if anyone has like a super mega nice sub setup, or like a lot of times I notice for like workout headphones, they tend to have like a lot of bass for some reason. So yeah. So that's yeah, dude. So I'm super hyped. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I like walked across, like there's like a little like lake next to me, and I just went on a walk to listen to it one last time with these headphones to like make sure like this is what I want it to be, like final version, no more mixing changes ever. And I almost started tearing up. I was like, it's so much work. It sounds so good. It's finally done. You know what I mean? So yeah. But Logan says $100 a year for distribution. Check my head. You want to see what distributors artists use? Just check their YouTube topic page. Official artist channels one. They don't have these videos. Official. Oh yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Okay, I have to check that out. I didn't know that. I never thought of that hack. Like distributor watching. You know what I mean? And Logan says, oh yeah, sub would be fire, but I hate how the Yamaha HS8 sub is only black because I have a white HS8s. Yeah. Thankfully mine are black, so I'm gonna get the black HS8. Hopefully it goes on sale, Logan, because yeah, hopefully I can afford it. So we'll see. And Subadale says, oh, I can't wait, dude. Yeah, I put bounce on it for you. Bounce is on there. I mean, recently like bounce. Bounce sounds way better now. Because you know, you heard the bass, it's like bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so I pumped it, dude. Fucking pumped it. So yeah. Yes, cool, yeah, dude. But yeah, I'm super excited to hear what everyone thinks. But I know we have to wait all the way. I'm sorry to, you know, be done with the files and then be like, okay, we're gonna wait till September. But yeah, I don't know. I want it to all come out at once, just because I want us to all, you know, that way like the vinyl fans don't have to be like, I refuse to listen on anything other than vinyl. Because you know, hey, to be fair, some people want to hear analog first before they hear anywhere else. Like I know Midnight Drift, like sometimes I'll send them stuff. Well, in the past I've sent them some of my music, and they're like, I haven't heard it yet because I want to wait until I can listen to it at a specific point in my life. So I don't want to like release it too early and then ruin it for those people. You know what I mean? So I know. So I want to all be ready at once, so we could all enjoy it together. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for being excited, y'all. I appreciate it. And Logan says, I do that some chronically online, seeing distributors people use. On that pros and then YouTube, right about YouTube. Yeah. 4 level labeling you desire. Yeah. No, I see what you mean. No, I feel you on that. It's good that you do that though, because if people be forgetting to check the credits sometimes on like song stuff, that's something I have to remind myself of like all the time. Of like whenever an artist releases a song, like who wrote on the song, like who distributed it, yada. I don't know why, but I always forget to check for that. Because like, I don't know. Sometimes I'll wonder, I'm like, are they on a label? And I'll just assume that they are, and I'll check and I'm like, oh wait, no, their label is like their own. I mean, they're actually independent. Or vice versa. Some people will like play like, I'm so independent, and they'll be like distributed by Universal Music. And I'm like, well, bruh. You know what I mean? Bruh. Your whole social media is about how you're independent. Distributed by Universal Music. I don't understand. So yeah. So no, you're valid, Logan. I'll be doing the same thing, low key. But Logan says, I'm trying to like have different implants for different genres with my label, but I'm trying to figure out how that'll work. Okay, sick, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's on you. I don't know how that would work either. Yeah, because I started Oceanfront Online to be like a label, but then it just didn't really work out, just because, you know, that's Groovy's like everything I'm doing right now. So I kind of have like to do the opposite of what you're doing, Logan, where I'm trying to like downsize, where you're trying to upsize. I hate UMG. They take like 80 to 85%. Yeah, no, yeah. Labels take a ton, dude. They take a ton. So yeah, such a major labels. But yeah, and then the title of the stream is, you know, just for anyone listening to this, because they're like, bro, I clicked on this to listen to hear you talk about this. It was upgrading RetroTech. Oh yeah, so one thing I'd like to share. I've been thinking about. I think I mentioned it last time in the last stream, but I wanted to. You know, I was like, hey, would y'all be down to like get like if I just refurbished CD players and like sold them if anyone ever needs one? You know what I mean? I'll just have them already good to go. Because like, you know, a lot of times people will buy Mafia 0 and like not even have a CD player, and then eventually they'll be like, I want a CD player, but now I don't know where to get one. So I was like, you know, maybe I should just buy a bunch. But so I don't know, I just want to share this with y'all because I think we might all be stoked on it. Kimberly, I had Kimberly look into it. The number one place she could find was like, I mean, obviously in-person thrift shops, but also Goodwill actually has their own like eBay thing. So good, like shopgoodwill.com is pretty good. eBay, of course. There's a website called govdeals.com where I guess the government will just sell a bunch of old stuff. Like, so like, you know, sometimes they'll have like a bunch of like old 80s CD players and like, I don't know, government buildings. And they're like, why do we have these? I don't know, let's just sell them on whatever. So you can find them there. And then there's a lot of like local auction places that you can find, but they tend to sell like big old lots of CD players. So I'm gonna look into it. I might get them, but the thing is, a lot of times they'll be like, we didn't even test it. So it's like, oh, I don't want to buy a bunch of CD players that don't work. So we'll figure it out. But if anyone's watching this and you were thinking about getting RetroTech, check all those things. Because I did look at them and like, yeah, they kind of look legit. That would be a great way if you're like trying to like buy a bunch of like old RetroTech. A lot of them have iPods too. There's a bunch of iPods. I know iPods are kind of big right now, so get an iPod and jailbreak it. But Rosa says that would be cool to see. Hey, thank you, Rosa. Yeah, once I have the time, I think it'll be more of an in-person thing. But now that Must Save 1, I think in 2 weeks I can finally say Must Save 1 is like being you know, I've handed it off to the manufacturers, so then I can like reorient myself and be like, okay, what am I doing now? That's, you know what I mean? So yeah. So I think after that I'm gonna like reprioritize and see what I'm doing next. But definitely buying a bunch of CD players sounds like a fun time. And Logan says, oh yeah, the government sales, hell yeah. And Huza says, the government got their own version of eBay when it comes to selling them stuff. I didn't know about this at all. Yeah, I think it's, so the one that was called govdeals.com, maybe it's not run by the government directly, but I think they might aggregate, like, let me check. I think they're like a place that where they find like what the government's selling and they just put it all on one website for you. But yeah, I went under audiovisual equipment and yeah, right now they got I mean, some of it's like really, like there's an LCD projector right now, I guess. But I think it's auction only for Gov Deals. But still, like, you know, if you keep an eye on it. Yeah, they had a projector. That's pretty crazy. Let me see if I just look up CD player. CD player. Oh yeah, they got a bunch of they got a boombox. They got a bunch of cars with CD players. So now consumer electronics. Let's see. Oh, they have like one of the old record players. That's crazy. You got VHS players. They got a DVD player. Why is it so expensive? Oh, they got a whole PA system. Yo, that's crazy. For like $100, you can get a whole PA system. So you can like have a party in your backyard. And it's like good too. That's crazy. It's PV. Anyways. So yeah, who is it? Govdeals.com, I guess. But Audra Sagas. Yes. Oh, dude. I'm sorry. I just saw you popped in. Dude, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. How's your Sunday? Audra says, I just almost bought a 3-disc changing setup, but I have no more room. Oh, that's so sick. Yeah, I've been wanting to get like a CD player setup. I used to have one at my, like a long time ago when I was a kid. I had my own like CD player that like changed itself, but those are so convenient. I wish I still had one. How you doing? How's your Sunday going? Thanks for stopping by. And Smudgy Pudgy, hi, I just want to say I love your music and vibe as well. Hey, thank you, Smudgy Pudgy. Appreciate you stopping by. How's your Sunday? And thanks for loving my music. I appreciate it. It means a lot. I'm so glad that you love it. Nope. And Anxiety says, looks like it's not government run. I'm on there now. Yeah, Anxiety, I think I goofed. It's called GovDeals. So I don't know if they like just like, I don't know where they get the deal. I assume the government. I don't know. I might be wrong, Anxiety. My bad. Maybe they just use the word gov just to like trick us or trick me. I don't know. Maybe I fell for it. But yeah. Yeah, thanks for checking out, Anxiety. Thanks for helping me out. Thanks for the assist. And Logan says, did you know Lego made their own boombox? I did not. That's cool. And Logan says, by the way, I want to see, oh my god, by the way, I want the sub-levels to own their own full rights and either say provide YouTube, all media. Which competitors to provide YouTube by label? Which would you choose if you were in my position? I think if I were you, Logan, I hope this isn't rude to say, but I don't think it necessarily matters. I think either one. I would do it case by case. If I were you, I bet it would be like a billion times easier to do it by all media than try to do it and maintain it for every single person you sign. But unless the person, I would like make it an option for the person, but otherwise I don't think they necessarily probably would, you know what I mean? I don't think it'd be something they would like, you know what I mean, really be tripping on. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So yeah, because if they're working with you, then like, they're working with you, you know what I mean? So yeah. But Smudgy Pudgy says, my Sunday is good, hope yours as well. Thank you. Yeah, my Sunday's going good. Yeah, I'm excited because after this stream, I'm gonna go to a jazz night. And I love jazz night out here in Phoenix, so super hyped for it. But yeah, thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear your Sunday's going good too. And Anxiety says, you got me thinking about all the CD players I've given away over the years. And there's a Canadian version of the site too? Oh dang, that's cool. Yo, shouts out Canada, dude. I miss Toronto. I used to go to Toronto every so often. You got Utopia District, Indie in Toronto. And I can't say that name because it's kind of vulgar, but pizza's out there too. But you got me thinking about all the CD players I've given away for the years. Yeah, no, I don't think I've given out way too many, but I definitely like, I don't know, now that like I'm doing all the CD stuff, I'm like, what happened to all the CD players I used to have? Like they were saying earlier, Audra was saying that like they have a CD changer. I'm like, what happened to my CD changer? I remember using it all the time at like my house, like way after CDs already passed, like in 2016. I was gonna say, I think in my room I had it was earlier than that, like 2012. I had like a little CD player in my room that I used to listen to that has changer ability. Now I'm like, what happened to that? Why did I get rid of it? But yeah. And Logan says, yeah, true. I mean, for sub-labels, like C&P lines would be like 2026 artist name or exclusive license, some media division, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Logan, I think, yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I would just talk to them and, choose whatever y'all think makes sense for y'all. But I think at the end of the day, I think what's more important is that you get it on the streaming services for them. and like all the naming and stuff, that could always be fixed later. But I doubt they would ever even complain about it. And then Anxiety says, I had a 50 disc changer. That's wild, dude. That's wild. How big was it, dude? It must have been humongous, right? Like, because it has to like rotate, or I don't even know how that would work. Or was it like 10 layers of like 10 layers of 5 disc changers? It was like a little jukebox. That's crazy. That's cool though. Oh damn, huge changer. Yeah, right, Logan? It would be humongous. Dun, 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 dun. Gotta go now. Enjoy the jazz club. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you, Roses. I definitely will. And you enjoy the rest of your night as well, Roses. Thanks for stopping by. It's always good to see you. And yeah, catch you Tuesday if you're free Tuesday. Yay! Who did the vinyl order? It was going to someone named Dalton. Shouts out to Dalton. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, but what else we got going on? Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else with the doctor. I don't think so. The doctor was just cool. And they're like a new doctor too. So that was really nice. But one thing that did happen, I don't know how much detail I can go into it, but one thing that was super funny is I think I told you I got the class action lawsuit for Google discrimination. I filled that out the other night, and what was hella just honestly super ironic and funny is I'm not gonna lie, I ended up finding all my old emails and texts I sent to friends explaining like what happened to me while I was at Google, and I just put it into Google Gemini to be like, hey, I'm filling out this class action lawsuit against Google for discrimination. Here's my stories about working at Google. Could you write up my settlement form for me? So I used Google's AI to write its own settlement case against itself for discrimination, which I thought was hilarious. Like, that's what they get. Oh, the irony. I know, right? What you say. So yeah. And Anxiety says, so the 50 disc change, all the discs are so small. And oh, okay, so it was more like, oh yeah, I can imagine that. Then if it was like wide, like a boombox, I could see that. And it's just like, yeah, that's still wild though. But that's cool though. And Logan says, how many Groovy Kaiju Junior plushies do you have? I just bought 2 huge Disney plushes, but I really want the Grooveless Kaijunator Junior plush. Oh, dude, I have a bunch. I have like 20, I want to say. I have like 20, if I had to guess. But yeah, thanks for asking. Yeah, if you want to, I'd be stoked to send one to you. But like, no pressure. So I know you said you just got some, but they are super cute. I have like, I don't know. Everyone that got one was like, yo, this is like the coolest idea you've had. And I was like, thanks. Yeah, I love my Groovy plushies. But Logan says Big Goo was foaming at the mouth because of that. Yo, Big Goo, write me that class action suit. Yeah, no, for real. They've that's what they get for betting so much on AI. Gave me the tools to write their own downfall. But yeah. And Logan says, ooh, I got a cop one. Yeah, dude, if you want, dude, feel free. I'd be super stoked to send it to you. I'll send it right now, too, in fact. Yeah, thank you, Logan. I appreciate it. But yeah. So that happened. I'm trying to think of anything else happened. I scared my buddy Trey yesterday. That was really cool. Yeah, it was cool. I got to see the inside of their truck, because they're living in their truck now. So I was like, yo, what's it look like in here? And yeah, it's pretty cool. But like, they're saving so much money. I'm like, dude, you must be a millionaire by tomorrow. You make pretty good money driving truck. It's an honest job. So yeah. And I keep telling them too. I don't know, I might be wrong, so like take it with a grain of salt, but like, what's it called? It's like, because everyone went to college, like there's not many people who like have like their truck driving license. and like a lot of the truck drivers tend to be older, like way older, and they're all starting to like get old enough to retire and stuff like that. So I'm like, dude, because you're young, like, at a certain point, people will be like foaming at the mouth for you to get to hire you, because AI is not driving these trucks, dude. There's no way. It's so complicated to drive these big old trucks. So I'm like, dude, you are gonna be making money at some point, because no one's gonna be able to drive these big old trucks as good as you. So yeah, and he was like, I bet. So we'll see. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I'm excited. Excited for him. And Logan says, if the only manufacturer was easier to contact, those plushies are so buyable everywhere. You can get your stuff in Target through one of those manufacturer portals, sell in 2 seconds. The issue is punk still niche. And 50K don't live in the same people. City, yeah. Actually, you know what's funny enough? So low-key, Logan, the plushies are super cute. And I had like a bunch of like really good videos of like my family, nieces and nephews opening the plushie and being like, oh my god, I love the dinosaur. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. So I was like, I bet I could sell these on Etsy. So I made an Etsy shop and everything for them, and just made like a whole other like brand real quick to sell the plushies like as a standalone item, and no one bought them. I was like, damn. But I did have that idea. Low-key, Logan, I'm not gonna lie. We were on the same wavelength. But yeah, but I don't think it would probably not as much, because I don't know, people who make like just generic stuffed animals, like, you know, they got their whole other thing going on. But yeah, but I can't make them anymore because of tariffs and stuff. So like, these are the last 20 plushies that I'll probably make until like, you know, 2028, I guess. Whatever happens to 2028, we'll see. So yeah. Because like they literally there is no US based plushie manufacturer that I could find. Like it just doesn't exist. So unless you work with a company like Makeshift, which I think they're also just doing the same thing where they're using an overseas manufacturer, but like, you know, they have a whole system around it where they can like do silly things like ship it from like somewhere like China to Europe to the US to get around the tariff and like double ship it. It's kind of goofy. But I'm not saying that's what they do, but there's things that companies are doing like that I'm like, I'm just some guy, dude. I'm just some guy. I can't be doing that. I don't even know how to do that. You know what I mean? What if it gets lost? So yeah. Dun, dun, dun. And then it's going to Riley. But okay, so what else are we gonna talk about? One thing I actually watched, super random. Hopefully, this isn't too hot of a take. But one person I really respect is Pokimane, dude. A lot of times people are like, "Oh my god, Pokimane!" Like, people like her just because she's a girl. And I watched her day in the life, dude. Low key, dude, she works crazy. She only takes 1 day off a week. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can respect the grind. I think people sometimes, what's it called? Will just be like, "Oh my god," because like they're. I'm like, no, dude. Like, you don't understand. Like, they're working. They are working, dude. They're geniuses. So yeah, I thought that was just throwing that out there. I was like, put some respect on these female content creators' names. They be putting in work. But Hendy says, kind of goated, not gonna lie. Hey, what's up, Hendy? Good to see you. I'm glad to hear I'm kind of goated, or whatever I said was kind of goated. How you doing, dude? How's your Sunday going? Thank you, Dalton. And Logan says, depends how you brand it. You gotta use buzzwords like cute dinosaur plushie with pixel sunglasses, 12-inch chilled dino stuffed animal, kawaii, soft. Yeah, I tried that, dude. I did try to like that whole thing. I like trying to like put in all the keywords in the title and stuff like that. It still didn't quite work. Yeah, like I even yeah, it just didn't work, dude. Like, and you know, that's the thing is that I don't know if you've noticed. I don't know. It's like a business thing I've learned, Logan, is that like try to find small wins where you can, but you don't want to get too distracted. Because like I could have like spent a ton of time like trying to start like a plushie business, But I'm like, no, like I gotta just lock in on music, because the more time I spend trying to do a billion different things is like less time I'm spending on making the thing that is working work. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I did try keyword testing, but I'll admit I didn't like, oh my god, do everything I could have to test it out, because I was like, I'm gonna not invest more than like a day's worth of work into this, because otherwise that's like a day that could have gone towards like making another song or something. You know what I mean? So yeah. Who is it says, I don't even like big name streamers, I just hunt for the underground streamers to support them instead. I feel you don't know who is it. That is true, yeah. A lot of streamers that I do tend to watch tend to be smaller. Like with the exception of I don't even watch them that often, but the one streamer I did regularly watch, my brother liked him, was Kai Cenat. Just watch a lot of Kai Cenat. But yeah, but I watch I guess I had to say because sometimes I'll pop on my buddy's Deo Man stream, because we used to like skate together and stuff. He's like a Spyro speedrunner. I used to speedrun everything. But yeah. But I feel you on that, who is it? And people saying all this about Pokemon, not flight or ISO speed. Yeah, true, SEO snatching, not for the faint of heart. And yeah, I have a field trip tomorrow, so catch you around. Torch listen chat. Catch you around, Logan. Thanks for stopping by, dude. And no, I hell respect Speed too. Speed is also a genius. Speed is mega genius. It's wild because he's like a travel food channel if you think about it. But like he streams it. Like he's kind of like an Anthony Bourdain. You know what I mean? It's modern day, like Gen Z Anthony Bourdain, if you think about it. I think that's pretty sick. But yeah. Alright, cool. So we did that. Now we got this big old stack of orders. W Speed, yeah. Have you seen the DM archive of like I don't know, there's like some one where it's like pretty much they're talking about Speed and he's like, yeah, for Speed to save the world. Speed save the world. It's like some kids that done. It's hella funny. You'll have to find it sometime. But yeah. And on that note, what's wild is that it's Autonomous Vehicle Day. Have any of y'all driven in the Waymos? Like the Google self-driving cars? We have them like all over in Arizona. Not gonna lie, they're kind of cool. I kind of like them. But I am mega biased though, because since I used to work at Google, one of my homies actually was one of the Waymo engineers. So every time I get one of those cars, I'm like, dude, my homie Colin is, my life is in Colin's hands right now, dude. I don't know if he still works at Google, but yeah, he was one of the Waymo engineers. What's also hella funny though is that like Colin was like movie skateboarder. You know what I mean? Like he used to talk like, yeah, what's up, man? You know, like let's tail slide on the thing, dude. You know, we're gonna do that. You know what I mean? He used to talk like, so I'm like, dude, this guy has people's lives in his hands. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, dude, you know, you just do tail slides, and you know. I'm like, yo, you're a car engineer. You try to cope for self-driving cars. So I don't know. I just love the irony of it. He's a cool dude though. We still follow each other on Instagram. He has a good, lovely family. But this guy says, I don't know how I feel about Kai Cenat. Like, I feel like 90% of his popularity just comes from the people who show up on his streams rather than anything about him himself, but maybe that's just me. No, Sky, you kind of are spitting. I feel like they became like a larger than life celebrity where they're kind of like famous for being famous with other celebrities, if that makes sense. But I think I got into him because when my brother got pretty sick, that's like the one thing he could do, because he was kind of just like chilling at the house for most of the part while he was like trying to like get his life back together. So he would just watch Kai because it was like the only thing that was like on most of the day. You know what I mean? So I think it probably comes from a lot of people just like chilling at home and then just watch Kai, and eventually you like kind of, you know, get into his personality. You know what I mean? I don't know. That makes sense. I feel like that's what a lot of streaming is though. It's like mostly just like you're chilling at home. You know, like, you know what? Rather than like listen to music or watching YouTube videos, I'd rather just hang out with somebody over the internet. That makes sense. I think that's what Kai offers as well. But he does it like, you know, of course, like, but also I'm with LeBron James. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So it's like 10 times more wild. But yeah, I see your point, Skyer. It's also National Save Your Hearing Day. So some of y'all like music here. How many people are y'all's ears messed up? I feel like I might be flying too close to the sun because sometimes I go to like concerts and I don't put in earplugs and I'm like, I'm probably gonna regret this, but I don't yet. You know what I mean? Probably gonna regret this one day. But I've been trying to get better at remembering to put in earplugs at shows. It's just, I don't know, I like to go to shows and talk to people, which is kind of like dumb because you're supposed to listen to music. But I'm the guy at the show that's like, yo, tell me your whole life story. I can barely hear you. You know what I mean? But I bring this up because I'm going to concerts since I was like 12, so like, I don't know, sometimes my ears be ringing a little bit. And I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. And who's it says, I got tinnitus and I almost did lose my hearing at the Muzz show, so, oh, I feel you on that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, so that's one thing about, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Who is it? I have a friend, another friend, his name was Nick, and they weren't like a music person, they were just born with tinnitus, and because they worked at like a bunch of tech companies, I think they're like the highest donor at like I think Stanford hearing loss lab. So like, yeah, so like pretty much like he's given like $1 billion to tinnitus research. So I know like a super cool guy like that. But yeah, I don't know. I bring it up because the tinnitus is crazy, and the whole like almost losing your hearing. Yeah, so as much as I love the Yotoki homies, they've been like DJing like for like ever. You know what I mean? So one of my homies, Sam, I've noticed that like he cranks the music, and I'm like, dude, like this is so loud it makes your ears hurt. But I think it's because he's been DJing like so many clubs for so long. I think it's like normal volume to him. I'm like, dude, you know what I mean? So yeah, so like one of our little like inside things with the Yoitoki. At least I don't know, me and some of my friends. I'm not trying to like say anything bad, but like it's more of like a sign of respect, almost of like, dude, you've been doing this for so long that like to you this is not loud. You know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah, but I've definitely been on a few shows where I was like, this is ridiculous. Like one of my like earliest memories too, is kind of funny, is I was at like, I think K-Rock Weenie Roast? No, I was at like, it was some like rock festival, but it was like when dubstep was still big. So like there was somebody like DJing for like one of those like rock rap bands, and to get the crowd started, I remember they played like a Mega Man dubstep remix, which is like, I'm at a rock festival, why are you playing Mega Man dubstep right now? But it was like 2011, so it was like when dubstep was like the new hot thing, you know what I mean? And me and my childhood best friend Kevin, we like stood next, like we were like in the front row, and there was like, you know, those giant like vertical monitor speakers, and Kevin and I were just at the front row, and we were stuck because there's so many people behind us like trying to get in the front, so we just had to stand there like as children with like speakers right in our ears playing like the loudest Mega Man dubstep remix you ever heard. I think that's the loudest sound I ever experienced in my life. And it's just like, looking back on it, it's like, during a Mega Man dubstep remix, really? You know what I mean? So yeah, like that's what you can lose your hearing over is Mega Man dubstep. I mean, I don't know. I think that's pretty funny. This is ironic. But Skyr says, nah, someone who listens and occasionally makes harsh noise stuff, I know the value of not maxing the volume low. Probably helps. I've never been to a concert. Oh no, that's cool, like noise. I've been trying to get a noise for a while. I don't know, yeah. Like I have a homie, KJ Valium, that also makes noise. And this stuff's dope. But it's like, I don't know, I want to get like, I wish I had like a noise place. I was like, yo, noise is noise? You know what I mean? I don't know, I need to get into it. I have a lot of homies that like been trying to put me on. That's cool. I know that I'm not maxing the volume, yeah. Probably something, yeah, because when you go to a concert, Skyr, yeah, like you kind of can't control how loud things are. So that's why you kind of have to like bring earplugs and stuff like that, because like you aren't in control of how loud they're gonna play the music. Yeah, when I used to run my shows, I used to always like put it like a comfortable loud, where I tried not to be like ridiculous, like, oh, all you can hear is like us playing music. I wanted people to have the opportunity to like at least talk to the bartender. Like the bartenders, I became cool with them, and they would like complain about like, yo, like sometimes I'll play music so loud I can't even hear the people trying to buy drinks. So we'd like, you know, we'd always like test the loudness before the show started. But who is it says, And the sad part about that show is I had earplugs on, and it made it so loud that it popped out. Dang, that's wild. Who is it? Like it like vibrated. The bass was so deep it like got into your ear and vibrated the earplugs. That's crazy. It's like a cartoon. You think about it, that's like an Ed and Eddie moment. But yeah. Oh, baby. My bad, I'm just cutting up this cardboard. But yeah, but I don't know. Anyways, I guess what I was trying to say is, even though I'm like, aha, my hearing, but no, we all should try to save our hearing though. Don't forget your earplugs. But what was a bummer too is that I used to keep earplugs on like my keychain, so I would never forget them. But then I dated someone, and they would always, I got the earplugs too, but they'd always forget them. And so they're like, can I have your earplugs? And I was like, okay. So I guess my ears would be the one that are broken. Yeah, I mean, it was like the equivalent of like, can I wear your jacket? I'm cold. I was like, dang, I gotta be a boyfriend right now. Rip my ears. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, what's happened? Is anyone in Utah? Because it's National Utah Day. Is there anything you know about Utah? I've never been to Utah. I think I met someone from Utah the other day. But it's also Web Designer Day. Web designers are cool. Has anyone here ever done web design? In fact, low-key, speaking of web design, I need to get someone to web design the doubloon, my little like thing where I saw like the Monster Zero stuff, a little like thing that's like, hey, do you like Monster Zero? And it's like, hey, do you also want some stickers with it? Because sometimes I've like noticed that like if you Google my Shopify store, Oceanfront Online, it'll just, the first search result is Oceanfront Online legit? And I was like, oh no. People don't trust my website. I gotta make it look nicer. So I need to find like a web designer. So I have some web design homies, but like, I'd be afraid to hit them up because they work for like Apple and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't got Apple money, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful and be like, hey, can you like design my little app, please? Even though you're like one of the best designers in the world. You know what I mean? But yeah. But yo, Loco Canella, good to see you. How you doing? How's your Sunday? Top 3 DJing softwares. Why is it Mix 3 times? Wow, yeah. I used to use Mix. I like that it's open source. Yeah, so honestly, Mix is cool. But honestly, I don't really use DJ software that much. I am not a fan of Rekordbox, I can tell you that. That's like opposite anti that, but I mean, Serato's pretty cool. But yeah, to be honest, I've honestly only ever really used Rekordbox and Mix. Because I do all my stuff through like beat making tools like Remix Live or like FL Studio Performance Mode, stuff like that. But yeah, because I don't like DJ properly. I need to learn though, because I keep running into situations where it's like, if I knew how to DJ, I wouldn't have this problem. But at the same time though, I like giving a performance that's like more true to the music that I make. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's very rare when I play other people's music, unless I've like edited it and remixed it myself. So yeah. Well, thanks for asking. How about you? What's your favorite top 3 DJ software, dude? What do you got? I guess you said it's Mix 3 times, right? Yeah. The Mix is cool though. Dun, 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 dun. And it's also World Parrot Day. What's wild is there was like, back when I lived in Long Beach, California, there was like an issue where I guess like a bunch of parrots took over the city. And like I didn't realize they were parrots because like, you know, when you think of parrot, you think it's a bunch of birds flying around going like, ahoy, baby! Just like pirate accents all over the city. But like, I guess parrots, if they don't learn English, they just make a different noise. And yeah. So whenever I think of parrots, I just think of like, oh yeah, Long Beach had like a parrot infestation. And they were everywhere. But they're just birds. I just thought, okay, it's just a bunch of birds. But yeah, and also had to learn that like not all parrots speak English. Who would have thought? But yeah, it's also Samoan Language Week. So if you're Samoan, it's your language week. I like a lot of Samoan family members. I want to go to Samoa one day. It seems pretty cool. I'm trying to pull up, you know, the meme that's like, come to Brazil. I want Groovy Kaiju, come to Samoa. So yeah. Oh yeah. Also, are the John Wick movies good? Have y'all ever seen the John Wick movies? I feel like it's something I would like because Keanu Reeves is in it, but I've never seen a John Wick movie. Is there like a John Wick thing going on right now? Or no, it's Jordan Wick's out. No, John Wick's up there. Who this says haven't watched it? Dang. Yeah, me either. Maybe we're missing out. Who is it? Who think? Because I like the Matrix movies. The Matrix movies are super dope. I love the Matrix movies. DJ Not says, well, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. First John Wick is good. All right, sick. That's good. Glad to hear. Yeah, how many are there too? There's like a bunch, right? There's 4 of them. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. I have to I don't know if I ever have a good time. I'll have to watch the OG John Wick from 2014. Yeah, especially because I've been getting, I don't know, for some reason my special interest lately has been learning about like ex-CIA people and stuff like that. So I bet I'd probably be into John Wick at this point. Like, I felt a little bad when I went to the dentist. I mentioned that, or the doctor, that the guy who took my blood was like, he had like a bunch of like, you know, ex-Army, Air Force badges and stuff. And I was like, hell yeah, man, thanks for your service. And I was telling about how I've been like watching lots of like YouTube interviews and stuff from people who were like in Iraq and stuff back in the day. And I wanted to be like, yo, man, like, I find it interesting, but he just did not want to talk about it, which, to be fair, that's very valid. I wouldn't want to talk about it either. You know what I mean? If I was there. But Jay Silverhand, you're awesome, bro, watching from Brazil. Yo, watching from Brazil, dude, that's so sick. Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate the kind words, Jay Silverhand. I hope you're having a good Sunday. How's your Sunday going, dude? Yeah, I want to go to Brazil one day, hella bad. I had the opportunity once, back when I was working at Google, but I ended up going to South Africa instead. But it was like it's not that I had to choose, it was more that like, you're going to South Africa, but it was like, those are the 2 options they were thinking about sending me. And I didn't get to go to Brazil, and I was like, dang. But yeah, I hella want to go one of these days. Brazil seems like a lot of fun. Plus, a lot of like hella good music comes from Brazil, like even to this day. You know, of course, like Marcos Valle, who had like been sampled a bunch of times in Future Funk. But even, I don't know, there's a lot of like really cool like rock bands out in Brazil. Jay Silverhand says, you should come sometime, bro. I want to. I want to, one of these days, for sure. Like, there's something else I saw in Brazil that was like music-wise that was really cool. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Brazil just has hella good music. Who will be sleeping on Brazilian music? Isn't the person who made the Hello Kitty Hyperpop song? I think she's from Brazil now. Yeah, there's a song called like Hello Kitty by, what's her name? Hello Kitty. It's not Slater, it's by O De Clary. Where's she from? Oh, she's Venezuelan. My bad. But yeah, I'm trying to go to Brazil, dude. Brazil seems super cool. Dun, 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 dun. And Jay Silverhand, do you have any favorite song or artist from here? Yeah, do I? I mean, off the top of my head, the first person I know for sure is from Brazil is Marcos Valle. I like them a lot. And let me see if I can find another one though. Yeah, I'd probably say Marcos Valle is like off rip. Immediately what I think of. Yo, Zaku, what up, dude? How you doing? How's your Sunday going? How you feeling? What's funny with Brazilian? Yeah, I'm trying to, I don't know. Jay Silverhand, my bad. I know I'm talking a big old game about how much I like Brazilian music, but I gotta, because a lot of it's on my playlist, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, they're from Brazil, that's sick. One of these days, I'll maybe next stream, I'll go ahead and find them all and be like, boom. But Marcos Valle, for sure, I know. And DJ Not says we need Groovy Kaiju and Starjunk 95 on a tour together. That'd be so sick. I think Starjunk likes my stuff, dude. Because they have one of my Ichi Mafia songs on like their artist playlist. So So I think Stardunk knows about me, and they have Orca too. I think on their thing. I would be super down if Stardunk hit me up and was like, "Yo, you trying to go on tour?" I'd be like, "What? Yes." Oh my god, that'd be so cool. Be under Stardunk selections, which is on like their artist profile, like I guess their own favorite tunes. Yeah, they have Orca on there. So Orca Adventure DX. So they like my music. So I don't know, I'll have to hit me up. I'll have to hit them up. I don't know. One of us has to reach out. But I think they're like mega famous now, so I don't know if I would ever be able to. I don't know if I'm cool enough to hang out with them. They're playing Coachella and stuff. But Zaku, you got any Brazilian music recommendations? I know you know a bunch. And then somebody else says, wasn't a little game. No worries, dude. The John Wick movies are pretty good if you like action movies. I do. I'll check it out. And isn't Pop Up from South Africa? Are they? I'll check right now. That would be sick if they are. I had no clue if they are. Oh, it doesn't say on their Spotify. But where is Pop Up from? I've never looked it up. I just assumed they were. I thought they were British. Yeah. I can't find where they're from. Pop Up. So from right now they're what's it called? I guess they're from South Africa. That's the only place that I could think of. That's cool. I didn't know that. South Africa music is sick too. And Zaku says, "I do. I'll shoot you some." Sick, Zaku. Thanks for sending me some Brazilian. If you can you post like one or two here? Because Jay Silverhand earlier was like, "Yo, what are your favorite artists from Brazil?" I said Marcos Valle, which that's like the go-to city pop guy. But is it city pop? Is it Brazilian? But you know what I'm trying to say. Marcos Valle is like my go-to. And then somebody else says, also the DJing software Rekordbox is not that good. I mean, I don't know. All my DJ homies always complain about it, and when I use it, I'm like, am I going back to 2003? Why is this so old? You know what I mean? So yeah. But I mean, like, you kind of have to use Rekordbox though if you want to use CDJs, Silvadeo. So it's kind of like, even if it's not good, like Pioneer makes us use it. So we're kind of like stuck with it no matter what. Anyways, Rekordbox doesn't care what we think, if it's good or not. But Silvadeo says, I feel like I saw somewhere that he was in Brazil, maybe. Yeah, I know a lot of feature funk producers will be from South America. Oh, that we meant. I think even South Africa. South America, duh. But yeah, a lot of the feature funk dudes, they're from South America, dude. They're crushing it. Like, they're going crazy down there, dude. What else is damn? Yeah, because if you ever want to use like CDJs and stuff, like you have to use Rekordbox to make your flash drive and all that all set up. So it's a bit of a bummer. And like club standard is CDJs. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah. Oh, and it's Pride Month starting tomorrow, dude. Have to change the Groovy Kaiju logo to a rainbow. I'm kidding. You know how all the companies do that? Whenever it's Pride Month, they just change their company logo to a rainbow just for the 1 month and immediately change it back. Which is crazy. Here's a video. Oh yeah! Yeah, so it's Pride Month. I like the memes that are always like, You're being homophobic during Pride Month? Like, you know what I mean? I love those. In fact, one of my favorite Daria Core songs, I think it's called like, I can't believe you said that during Pride Month. I'm still gonna find it. I think it's by Zave. And who is it says, all I care that month as usual is celebrate my mom's birthday and carry on with my life. I feel you, yeah. Is your mom's birthday in June? Is your mom a Gemini? That's cool. I'm just gonna find this Daria Core song. XAV. I think it might be in my. Hopefully it's in my Daria Core playlist. It's a hella good song. Here it is. It's not, dang. Alright, well, if I ever come across it, I'll bring it back up again. But who just says, yep, that's cool, yeah. Geminis. It's the twins, dude. It's the twins. Ugh. And Red Mooney says, Gemini season, rise up my fellow Geminis. Hey. Yeah, Red Mooney, good to see ya. What's it called? How's your, what's it called? How you doing, dude? How's your Sunday? My bad. I was reading chat and my brain turned off for like a split second. My brain I did like the loading spinner in my head. But dude, Red Mooney, good to see ya. Yeah, rise up Geminis. Somebody else says, on my way to work, there's a route I take to work from time to time, and there's legit a street called Gay Street. So every once in a while, I'll send a picture in one of my Discord saying, I asked about you, and everyone here said they knew you. You know, it's crazy, Superdeo. At first, that's funny. But in high school, I swear on everything, dude. I lived in a pink house on Gay Street in Moreno Valley, California for a good chunk of my life. So if you went to Gay Street, they might actually know me. I'm not even lying, dude. But it was spelled G-A-Y-E. It's like Marvin Gaye. But it was called, I lived on Gay Street in a pink house, dude. So, what's it called? Let me grab the link from Zaku. Oh. Sick. Thank you for the recommendation. Zaku sent over Bem Kired? Kirio? I hope I said that right. But sick, dude. I pinned in a tab. Thank you, Zaku. I appreciate it. Thank you, Zaku. I'm so close to the Brazilian banger, dude. But Subadeo says, also birthday month for me too. Hey, yeah, because oh, so you're like a late June Cancer. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Cause I know you said we're both Cancer suns. Let's go. But Subadeo says Lamau. Yeah, dude. That was like a pretty good joke in high school. But like literally, like, oh, you want to go to Aaron's house? Yeah, he lives in a pink house on Gay Street. It was the only pink house on the street too. It was just, I don't know how we ended up living there, but yeah. But it was cool though, because in like my house had like a little like front yard thing with like a little stair, like a 2-stair, like just for skating. So I used to just skate in front of my own little 2-stair in front of my house for the longest time. And somehow we came across like this little like mini flat bar rail that I think my dad got because he gave somebody weed or something. And I would put it on the 2-stair and just like skate a little like mini handrail in front of my, oh, so it was so sick, dude. I love that house. But yeah. But Ramuni says, I'm doing great. Saw my buddy debut with his new band at the bar last night. Hey, that's sick. They all go to the same uni I graduated from, so a bunch of us came out. Fun fact, when the band members plays an instrument, usually don't see played. The pedal steel guitar, that's sick. You know, steel guitars are dope. That's super sick they play it. But dude, I'm glad you had a good time last night. That's what's up. Yeah, I love going out to like my homie shows. It's always so good to see like your homies like crush it. I'm like, yeah, dude. I'm that guy's friend, dude. You know what I mean? But I'm glad you had a good time. That's what's up. And that's what Dale says. Nah, I still count. If you got even with the Y, dang, dude. It's Pride Month, man. But that's what Dale says. It might have been cheaper because of the color. If it was there when you moved in, possibly, yeah. Because I think we just rented it. Yeah, my mom just like was looking for. I forgot how she found it, but yeah. It was a good old time. This is also hella funny though, because like my dad was there too. My dad's like the most like straight out of Compton gangster of all time, but at the same time, he lived in the pink house on K Street. You know what I mean? He's like super macho dude. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny. Everyone when he said, I was literally screaming, I know him! Dude, that's what's up. Because I would be doing the exact same. But I need my scissor thing go. Oh, here it is. Yeah. It's a bit. If he hated it at some point, there was acceptance. I know, right? Yeah. No, he kind of had to. Yeah. It's what we could get at the time. What was funny though is that I don't know, just that whole house, like that was like peak childhood, high school. I lived in the house all throughout high school. I think my dad liked it because in the backyard he had like a bunch of pigeon coots. Because my dad used to have pigeons. He was like one of those. He was a pigeon guy. So what's it called? So yeah, he used to let his pigeons out and stuff. So he was pretty stoked he'd have all his pigeons and everything. So I think he did like the house even regardless of the name, the color, and everything. And I remember once, I feel bad. I already know. Sadly my dad passed away, but I know when I finally get to see him again in the afterlife, I have to apologize to him because one time I got locked out of the house, and I like wanted to get back inside, and so I ended up climbing through the bathroom window in the backyard. But like my dad had a bunch of like stuff that he was growing. I didn't realize my dad was growing weed so he could then sell it. So I'm crushing all my dad's weed to get inside the house. And literally as I got in, 2 minutes later they came home and unlocked the door, and I was like, you know what I mean? And then my dad was like, hey, by any chance did you sneak in the house and crush all my stuff? And I was like, nope. He was like, okay, it must have been the dog then. I got away with it. So as soon as I see him, I know he's gonna be like, motherfucker, you lied to me. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. So yeah. So I gotta apologize to him. He's gonna beat my ass, dude. He's gonna beat my ass, dude. I already know. So yeah. And Masuda says, yeah, if you got the space, it's kind of all you need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so my dad was pretty stoked on just because, he had the space to do his special interest hobbies. That's probably where I get this from, all this nerdy stuff from. Because, like, I don't know. Like, the older I get, the more I'm like, you know what, actually, we weren't too different, you and I, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Yes, it must have been the wind. I know, right? Yeah. Must have been the wind. It was supposed to be a really windy day. But yeah, my dad had a German Shepherd dog, so he kind of assumed the dog was the one that just like kind of like messed up was playing in the grass or something. Didn't recognize he was growing something. But William, okay, kid, I'm here now. Now the party can start. Hey, yeah. How's it going, William? Good to see you. How's your Sunday going? But yeah. Dun, 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 dun. What's funny too is because I named this song "Cheetahs in Barcelona." Like every once in a while, like look and see what reels of people are making of my music. And what was funny is I noticed that people all the time will go to the zoo, look up this like the word cheetah in songs, and just this will be the first one that pops up. So now there's a bunch of these videos of people at zoos filming cheetahs with this song. So I'm like, oh, that was unexpected, but kind of cool. William says, I was bidding on Whatnot for dollar albums and none of them went under 40 bucks. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, Whatnot, I'm kind of surprised how like people actually use Whatnot. Like there's like a lot of people like using it and like trying to get deals on it. So I'm surprised, but not at the same time. And Run Mooney says, but I'm a bummer. That's a bummer right here, William. And real quick, Cherry Cola. Hi, Cherry Cola. Good to see you. How's your Sunday going? How you been since Tuesday? But yeah. Remember when he says the Bonnaroo lineup has me study insane techniques so I can teleport to the main stage? Just I'm like, what is the lineup? I'm looking up right now. Well, which one? Somebody says that's some good engagement farming. This would be right. Yeah, it'd be engagement farming. I guess so. It's more of like kind of like lead magnet. I don't know what you would call it, but you could say engagement farming. Yeah, it's just technical marketing terms. I don't think you know. They don't, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's maybe more like clickbaity. That's not. Yeah, I guess engagement farming because it is engagement. You're right. William says, I do pretty good most of the time on Whatnot. This couple just claims dollar stuff and they go outrageous. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're probably just trying to get people to click in as they're selling stuff. But yeah, so Bonnaroo is in Manchester, Tennessee. They got Weird Al, which is pretty sick. That's super sick. They got Skrillex, Ben Staples. Oh, that's so dope. Quartet, Critical Camp, Turnstile. I need to get into Turnstile. I haven't taken the time to listen to Turnstile. I know it's like everyone that likes underground music is like, oh my god, Turnstile. I'm just actually sit down and like give him a chance. Oh, Zach Fox is playing, dude. Zach Fox, honestly, I saw him live once for a Kenny Beach show. They're hella good live. I had a blast. It was before they dropped all their R&B stuff. Their R&B stuff is hella good. But they're probably DJing more than like performing their own stuff, low-key. Who are you most excited to see, Run Money? Like, who won the lineup for you? Like, yo, I gotta teleport for them. This is a hella good lineup, though. Baby No Money. They got Passion Pit, dude, yo. That's so, like, 2000s. They got Kesha, Lamau, hell yeah. Modest Mouse. I said Modest Mounts. Yeah, this is like I would love to go to this festival, dude. I'd be stoked. Bonnaroo is not too awful far from me, never been. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I want to go back to. I wish I could go back to. Music festivals are so expensive now. I used to go all the time to music festivals, but I don't got music festival money no more. Hopefully, I don't know. I really want a jazz festival to hit me up. I would love to play a jazz festival. I feel like my stuff, people would really like my stuff there. So then with an eye, yep. And Mooney says, dog, they got Blood Orange. He almost never plays shows anymore. Seething and coping. Yeah. No, I feel you on that. Yeah, it's wild whenever, you know, festivals will end up getting like that one artist that like hasn't played a show in a while. It's like, dude, you have to pay for the whole festival now. You know what I mean? But dude, that's wild. And Romani says, ooh, Jazz Fest is on my list. I don't know which ones are close to me though. Yeah, I'm kind of just, you know, they're kind of all over. Like, and even like the more, because keeping it real, Jazz Fest, they don't really necessarily do like digital marketing, because a lot of their clientele, like people who come to just go to jazz festivals, are people who are like 50, 60 plus. Like, so it's a lot older of a crowd, and they tend to have more like lawn chair seating and stuff like that. I don't know, it's like, yes, so they advertise more on like government buildings and like billboards and stuff like that. So you kind of have to like, you have to look a little harder for them, because it's not places where like people our age tend to be looking for shows and stuff, you know what I mean? So, but they're all over. And sometimes it'll be like the smallest like local city jazz festival, and like it'll be like headlined by, I don't know, like Kamasi Washington. It's like, that's a jazz legend. Like, what do you mean Kamasi Washington is playing like a random show in the middle of like Minnesota? You know what I mean? But because like, I don't know, it's kind of silly how it all works out. But yeah, like jazz festivals, because they low key be making money. Because like, you know, because a lot of older people, they tend to like just be retired and like, yo, I worked my entire life so I can go to like these super mega fancy jazz festivals and get like the extra 10,000 plus VIP package. So yeah, so that's what they tend to market towards. If that makes sense. But yeah, would recommend though. Last jazz festival I went to, I think, was the Santa Fe Jazz Festival, and that was super sick. I saw the OJs live, and that was super dope. Cause what's the one song? I think it's the I wanna go outside in the rain. It may sound crazy. I got to see that live, and that was crazy. Oh, that was Dramatics. Oops. I think they were there too, though. So yeah, it was super sick. And but the craziest part for me, because you know, like those old like jazz like soul singer groups, they would have like the one guy that's like, "Hey baby, I just want to tell you how much I love you." You're like the super, I can't even get my voice that deep. It's like that super silky deep voice. I never realized the guy that does that voice also does like the, "Oh baby," like it's just, they have amazing range. I thought they had like a designated guy. You know, you're like 5 people. I was like, okay, you're the guy that does the "hey baby," and then you're the guy that does the high pitched voice. Nah, it's all the same dude. Which was like a eye-opening fact for me. I was like, oh wow. So yeah. And Ramuni says, also speaking of jazz, I'm listening to so much Buddy Rich. He's probably my biggest inspiration as a drummer, and I can't get anywhere near him. One of the goats. Yeah, dude, jazz people are like cracked at like playing instruments. Like to me, that's like highest. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's like people who play like metal and jazz musicians, they're the most cracked, dude. When it comes to just like, you know what I mean? Just highly technical stuff. They're going crazy. So yeah, I don't blame you. Yeah, Buddy Rich is dope. Dun, dun. Rampage says, I went to Jazz Festival at LACMA 1 week ago, super chill. Yeah, Jazz Festivals are so nice, dude. Jazz Festivals are so nice. You said you had to leave early because your friend's terrier wouldn't stop barking? Oh, that's a bummer. Dog was like, I hate jazz. Get all this jazz out my face. Oh, listen to this. That's funny. And Red Mooney says, the video of him doing the drum battle with the animal from the Muppets, Golden, highly recommend. Yeah, I've seen it before. Yeah, the Muppets drum off is hella cute. That is a good recommendation. Thank you, Red Mooney. Hey, Williams says, I did splurge the other day and spent $154 on a Grateful Dead 5 album live set, 2026 record store release. Oh, that's sick, dude. I need to get the Grateful Dead, William. It's been one of my like bands I've been wanting to get into. I had a friend that was like that I worked with. He was really into them. But also because I do so much music marketing stuff, a lot of like the like OG marketers like Seth Godin and stuff, they're like huge Grateful Dead fans because they just really respect the way they do their marketing. So I've been wanting to like get into Grateful Dead just so I can see how like the whole system works, because like they were like the OG pioneers of like every set we play is like a jam band. So like to your point, like every album live set is its own special thing because they're always just like soloing essentially the whole time. So, you know, one show will be way better than the next show, or like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like Romeo said, the live albums are the shit. Yeah. I want to get to that level one day. If I even can, because Grateful Dead is like goated. Yeah, it's just something, you know, it's like a band I need to get into still. Yeah, in fact, feature me when I rewatch the VOD. Put Grateful Dead on my listen later. It's probably about time. I want to become a Deadhead, dude. I know like Fish is similar too, right? Where they do a lot of like jam band live stuff. Where's Tiara at? Tiara is in a jam band. They would know. But yeah, then I've always just preferred live albums, like the Nirvana. I mean, not Nirvana. I mean Nirvana too, but the Alice in Chains MTV Unplugged live album is so good. It's ridiculously good. I bump it like all the time. So yeah, like I literally was just listening to it earlier today. William says, "I'll see if I can get you something to start with." All right, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to buy me anything, William. I appreciate it. But even just like you can send me like some links, or send me an email with like your favorite songs or something, and I could check them out. I would appreciate that a lot. If you got a second in the near future. Yeah, thank you, William. I appreciate it. But yeah. And Rummoody says, the funny thing about Deadheads is you can completely make up a show, and if they ask you what your favorite song is in a snobby way, like 1967 Chile, and they'll go, "What?" That's funny. That sounds like a lot of fun, dude. William says, most of their stuff, albums is live sets, like you said, the Ultimate Jam Band, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't, let me know the best live sets I need to watch. I'd be stoked to check out the, they're on YouTube especially. I think they have like some really wild subscription service, right? Where you can like subscribe and get like every show they've ever played or something. Or is that Fish? I have a friend that's like into Fish, so I remember he said it was kind of similar. Remember what he says, they've literally played everywhere. You can just guess a show, you'll probably be right. I don't know, like that's like a fun game. Like 1973 in the Philippines. That's my favorite. Everyone who says, I saw Fish live last year at Bourbon and Beyond. Dude, I melted in my seat. Hell yeah. Yeah, I also never gave Fish a chance either. Because I don't know, I always seen the memes about Fish, but I never actually like sat down and listened to them. But one of like I guess one of my friends, Aaron, their name actually is also Aaron. They're a big Fish fan. So I remember they would like tell me like, dude, I'm gonna go see Fish. I'm so excited. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'd like, I have a friend that's into them, but we just never got to the point where I was like, yo man, send me some Fish. Some of your favorite Fish tracks. William says, the wild part of the Dead is at their shows, you can pay $5 for a squirt of acid on your forearms. You can see the bears dancing. That's wild, William. Sounds like a fun time. You see the bears dancing. The bears, they're dancing, man. Oh, did I give them? I think I might have forgot to give them the 2 stickers. Oh no. Our table. I saw the meme. Oh no, our table. It's broken. That showed up on my Instagram feed last night. But sick. I was going to Justin. Yeah, what else is going on? I was going to bring up... Let's see what's going on over here. I guess, have you all been seeing like how people keep trying to break into the Scientology buildings? I guess someone dressed up as the evil scientist from the Minions, and they had a bunch about 20 friends all dressed up as the Minions, and they all rushed in as the Minions to try to break into the Scientology building. It's pretty funny. And William says, I'm really into Lou Reed and the Velvet Underground too. I've seen them. Oh, hey, Christian.
New merch order from Christian.
Thank you, Christian. If you're watching, let me know, and I'll pack it right now. Yeah, Lou Reed is super dope, and so is the Velvet Underground. Yeah, but thank you, Christian. I really appreciate it, man. That's super dope. But yeah, they're super dope. Yeah, I'll admit, I've only heard like them through my what's it called? Through like friends or like my buddies' parents and stuff. They would play Lou Reed and stuff like that. So that's another artist I need to like sit down and like really dig into. But yeah, I do enjoy their stuff whenever it's on. And remember when he says that Big Apple at the start of Urbo says a sleeper phrase for me? Yeah, dude, same, Red Moody. I'm so glad. Yeah, I mean, like, please don't sue me, Ninja Turtles, but because I had Turtles in Time on the Super Nintendo. I could never beat it as a kid because it's hard. You know what I mean? And it's one of my favorite beat 'em up games of all time. Is the OG Turtles in Time for Super Nintendo. So, dude, same. Whenever I hear the Big Apple, like to me, that's just like instant nostalgia. Just I can vividly remember pixel by pixel first level of just trying to beat that game but just never could, which is fun. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that's also like your sleeper phrase, dude. So I don't know, I forgot why. I don't know, it's a sleeper phrase. So I remember one day I was like, I gotta sample this one day, I gotta sample this. And then for this song, because the intro is like that, like it just starts so perfect, I wanted it to be, because I don't know, whenever I played that specific level, you know Turtles in Time, because like, you know, the Big Apple 3M is just, like I just said, the song just also just hits in immediately. So this song I knew had like a sudden start. I was like, I got to do the same thing. I don't know. I'm glad you also feel me on that, Run Mooney, because yeah. Oh, dude, that's so cool. It gives me goosebumps, literally, just talking to you about it. And then William says, I really fly with all the psychedelic stuff. My favorite all-time band is The Doors. Yeah, The Doors are super dope. Yeah, psychedelic rock is really awesome. Do you like Parliament, William? Like Parliament, Funkadelic, George Clinton? Because I was watching, I think it was like Stories of the Tour Bus. Like I think Mike Judge, the creator of King of the Hill, has their own Netflix series talking about all the different bands and stuff like that, and like just stories they have from being a band. And they did one on George Clinton. And what was I gonna say? Oh, what was really interesting to me is that George Clinton saw all the psychedelic rock and they made Parliament out of it. Like it was kind of like the next evolution for him, because you know, kind of like psychedelic rock came out of like black people doing rock, and like George Clinton was interesting in that he took psychedelic rock and like brought it back into like a more like jazzy, like James Brown funk. So it's like if James Brown made psychedelic rock, it's really cool. And that's kind of how like, that's like the underlying idea of how Parliament came together. It was like, what if James Brown made psychedelic rock? You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. But you can totally see like if you were to, you know, combine them, you get George Clinton, you know what I mean? But everyone Moody says we're just naming people now. Hey, dude, heck yeah. But William says, I like Clinton, but never really listened to just Funkadelic. Yeah, I mean, so Jay, good to see you, Jay. Thanks for stopping by. Hope your Sunday's going good. Tales from the Tour Bus is yeah, it really is a really good show. It's just the fact that it's all like King of Hill animated is hilarious. But yeah, Tales of the Tour Bus, they explained that like George Clinton, Funkadelic, Parliament, they were all just names they made up on the go because they were like all like really high on acid, and they would just be like, tonight we're Parliament, tonight we're Funkadelic. Like they would just so there's not really a difference between all of it. They're just all the same band. It's just they were just a little goofy and just kept changing the name. So I think, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably just the way it's organized, where you don't like George Clinton solo, or probably their newer stuff, because their OG stuff was like a little different. But yeah, I really like the Tales from the Tour Bus episode for Parliament. I watched it with Frank, funny enough, Frank Jeffsey. That was a good old time. I was like chilling with them, and Marion is magical. Oh yeah. Yeah, what's going on? Also, oh, okay, we gotta stop streaming in like 20 minutes. I'm sorry, I have to go to a jazz show. But Jay says the country season is good too, but the funk one had me hooked. Oh, there's like so in Tales from the Tour Bus, they have an entire season of just country artists. That's pretty cool. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I don't have like a streaming service subscription, but I do need stuff to watch because low-key I'd be packing so many orders. Sometimes I'll just be rewatching YouTube videos because I have stuff to watch. A lot of stuff's educational though, so I don't mind relearning stuff. Because sometimes I'd be forgetting. I keep forgetting. Yeah, the Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting. Is it Michael McDonald? I think it is. But did y'all see that Jeff Bezos' rocket exploded in Florida? That was crazy. So I guess some people were fishing. Like they just saw the giant explosion in the distance and they were like, what the heck is going on, bro? What just happened? Yo! So they didn't know like there was gonna be a rocket launch near them. They were just like, bro! Who is it? I heard. I told my mom she laughed at that. That's funny. Dude, who is it? Your mom's gonna go to Prince's house. That's so cool. I can't just remember. So I bought Hit and Run Phase 2 on CD. I think it's my favorite Prince album. Because I listened to it the whole thing once and I like a couple of the songs, but I listened to it again, like front to back, and I was like, this album's amazing. And then as I was listening to it, I was like, who is its mom's gonna see Prince's house? That's so cool. But Jay says there's only 2 seasons of Tales from the Tour Bus. Ah, dang. Yeah, what's it called? I think his name's Mike Judge. Mike Judge's been busy. After they finished, I think King of the Hill's over. But once they finished King of the Hill, they were kind of just like vibing. Just working on stuff here and there, whatever catches their interest. But I mean, you can't really blame them though, because King of the Hill has so many seasons. They're probably like, I just want to mess around for a little bit. Do little side shows here and there. I remember when he says, funniest thing I saw from that is that every content creator I've seen that knows anything about rockets has been waiting for this one to explode for a bit. It seems it was expected. Well, now, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's rocket science. It's kind of hard. Kind of hard to build a rocket. So I'm not surprised either. But that's wild that the rocket community was like, oh, it's gonna blow up. We already know it's gonna blow up. I know there's like rocket content creators. That's pretty cool. But who is it says, yeah, she's gonna be there for 4 days and return on Monday. That's so sick. There's 4 days. She's gonna get to sleep in Prince's house? That's crazy cool. I assume she could get a hotel, but I mean, it'd be funny if she got to ask like to turn Prince's house into a hotel. Not just Minneapolis for 4 days? Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, we gotta go to Minneapolis too. Minneapolis seems pretty good. Oh my god, seems pretty dope. That's because if I'm going there for like a music artist like Prince, I don't know. I think we talked about it a bunch, but I like to really like, whenever I travel somewhere, like look at what artists are from there and like really like think like, what about this place like spoke to them, you know what I mean? So I remember I watched an interview with Prince and they were like, why do you live in the middle of nowhere in Minneapolis? And he was like, because it's like, I can just be more creative. I mean, I don't want the hustle and bustle of LA. There's too much like noise. And I'm like, I respect it, dude. That's what's kind of been, I don't know. I feel Prince on that because living in Arizona has been like, now that I'm like getting more adjusted to it, I'm like, oh, dude, I could feel the creativity just, because there's like less like, oh my god, like hustle and bustle. Gotta be here, gotta do that, gotta film this, gotta do that. Living in LA, gotta go to this show, gotta go to that show. Gotta talk to this friend, gotta hang out with that friend, gotta handle this thing. Oh no, glue factory's exploding. Like, you know what I mean? This is nonstop crazy. William says, composed anything new in the last couple weeks? You know I love new drops. Yeah, William, I just finished Monster Shape 1. I'm not going to release it for a little bit because I have to make all the vinyl and stuff. But I think this week I'm gonna reach out to vinyl manufacturer. But yeah, so I've just been heads down, almost saved 1 million. But yeah, I just finished up all. I know I mentioned it last time we talked that I was like done with it, but now like I wanted to change a little bit of the mixing here and there. The bass was a little too obnoxious, but yeah, so that's that. And then I think after that, there'll probably be a lot of yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna make next after Monster. I've been so focused really, but it's been hard to think of anything else. But it's coming out in September, so yeah. So I guess in like 3 months it should be down. It should be out. And there's a couple songs in there that I think in particular you're gonna like. Like I have a song called Good Spirit. I think you're really gonna like, William. Like when I was making it, I was like, I think William's gonna like this. Like literally, I think you're gonna like this. So yeah, we'll see if I'm right. But it'll be 14 completely unreleased brand new tracks. So I mean, you already have the demos because you're in the Monster Kingdom. You know what I mean? Yeah, thanks for asking, William. I appreciate it. Dun, 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 dun. All right, what else we got here? Oh, and Ariana Grande dropped a new song. I listened to that. I'm low-key started to own how much I enjoy Ariana Grande's music. I never gave it a chance. I was like, what I look like listening to Ariana Grande, but as I started listening more, I was like, actually, you know what? I like some of the Ariana Grande songs. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I love Alien Party too. Actually. Oh my god. I'm bad, John. I'm trying to. Something else I want to bring up. Trying to find it. Oh, what's wild? Remember how I told you I went tubing? Like so, so what's wild is out here in Phoenix. Now, when I went, I remember I mentioned like I have like a lazy river thing I did not too long ago. It was a lot of fun. But when I went, it was like kind of like towards the beginning of the season. So because of that, like the waves were real, like not like waves, but like the water was real slow. It was like super chill. It took way longer than we expected. Well, the water now picked up, and I've just been seeing videos of people getting smacked on this like river, just absolute wrecked doing river tubing. So I think I went at like the perfect time. But what was a bummer about when I went though is I'm still peeling. I went tubing like 3 weeks ago, and yeah, I'm still peeling. Like my legs are peeling. I never got sunburn so bad that my legs are peeling. And it's been it's kind of brutal. But William says, "Hey, whatever happened to the dinosaur dude that just used to sit on the shelf? I missed him." Oh, you can't see him that well because I had to use up all the space right here. But you can see their feet right here. That's their feet. So they're up here. They're just barely outside of the frame. I probably need to like lift it up, but I was trying to like, yeah. Yeah, thanks for remembering. But yeah, they're right there. Right at the top. And Brent Mooney says, "Yikes! I mean, I've got farmer's tan from going out, but no burns yet, though." Yeah, because essentially it's like a lazy river, Brent Mooney, where you're like you just kind of like sit in like a floating tube, and you just like float down the river for like 4 hours. But because we're out here in Arizona, like it was like 103 that day, so you're just getting beat up by the sun. So it was pretty crazy. And Ramuni says, "I need to even it out. It's so bad, it's abysmal." Yeah, I feel you on that, dude. Same, but what's funny is because you're sitting on the tube like this. I'm super tanned in the front, but like pale in the back. It looks real weird. It looks really weird. It's kind of funny. Ramuni says, "Geez, a dry heat too." Yeah, dude. And Stereo, good to see you. I'm walking around my neighborhood while watching the stream, and I just saw a license plate that was SPF. No joke, dude. That's wild. Yeah, stuff like that happens all the time. Life is crazy. All these synchronicities, dude. But thanks for mentioning that. I hope your Sunday's going good. How you doing, dude? Hope your neighborhood walk's going well. But if you just want to walk, no worries too. Feel free to just keep enjoying your walk. Thanks for tuning in. William says, I don't get in it much anymore, but I have so much character in me that I would burn once and then get black as the ace of spades. Yeah. See, William, low-key, I thought the same. Because, like, you know what I mean? I've never burned that bad before in my life. But Arizona heat is different. Because I'm also, like, you know, I got a lot of melanin in me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, I guess not enough. But yeah, I'm definitely, like, I'm sure if you compare the streams, like, from before May 16th, I'm probably way darker now. Not gonna lie. I'll have to go back and check. Also, one thing that's cool too is I saw a really cool Instagram reel about why there's so many like skate spots. Yeah, I mean, like, it was super random. Like, you know, there's so many like good skate spots in the U.S. And I guess it was because the American with Disabilities Act, like, all skate spots in the U.S. pretty much are just because, like, the federal government was like, American Disabilities Act, we signed it. Now everyone that owns a business ever has to like meet these guidelines by like tomorrow. So everyone just like rushed and made a bunch of like accessible stuff, but it was just perfect for skateboarding. Just like overnight, America became like a skate park. You know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, I was like, oh. But if y'all don't mind, I have to start getting ready to go to this jazz show, so I'm gonna... What can I make in my air fryer? What can I make in the air fryer? That would be super quick. I don't think I have anything I can make super quick in the air fryer. Nuggets and oh, fries, yes. Civilio, you are correct. Anything if you're brave enough, now. But King, yo, good to see you. Yo, King, my bad. I have to leave a little early. I'm gonna go check my freezer real quick. But King, thanks for stopping by. Your Sunday's going good. Let me know real quick. But let me bring my chat with me. But yeah, because I'm gonna go to a jazz show right now. But let me start something in the air fryer. But I'll bring the chat with me and just keep the door open. How do I do this again? Boom. I got the chat on my phone, so I can see it. But yeah, I know I do have French fries, Civilio. I'm glad you mentioned that. Maybe I'll just eat breakfast again? Because all I have is like air fryable breakfast foods. Or I could technically make orange chicken again. So low-key, okay. So in my hometown, there's like a Chinese food place called Mr. Yu's, and like they're super mega dank, right? But the thing is they were, I don't know, they made like the most cursed menu item where they're gonna do orange chicken, like, you know, like carne asada fries, like where you get like French fries and like carne asada, like it's like hella good. But they made orange chicken fries, and I was like, that sounds, I don't know how I feel about that. But then so what I noticed about my orange chicken things that I buy from Sam's Club, they come with like too much sauce. So I've been making like my own shredded chicken and adding the orange sauce to it, and I was like, you know what? I bet I can make orange chicken fries at home. So I think I'm gonna try to make orange chicken fries and just replace the rice with French fries. And I'll let y'all know if like it's the worst idea ever or if it's actually kind of dank. I'm sorry, I'm always eating the weirdest food and telling y'all about it. But I literally don't have anything that I could quickly make. No, oh no, wait, no. I got bread. I got bread. Let's go. Oh.
New merch order from Christian.
Thank you, Christian. If you're watching, let me know. I could try to pack it real quick. Hey, hell yeah, Christian. But Skyer says I could potentially see it working. It's got a spicy element to it, maybe. Yeah, so I do have General Tso's chicken, Skyer. So that's the exact one I was thinking about using. Was because I thought it would be really nice if it was a little spicier. I just I might have to eat. What am I gonna make? This says sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, no. I mean, it does. But remember we were talking about the Pringles chocolate chunk? That was good because it was sweet and salty, right? So I'm hoping it's like the same deal where if it's French fries, it's, you know. Am I coping, you think? Sounds high. I'm intrigued from the... Yeah, it very much is like a high food idea. It's without good luck, lol. Yeah, I know, yeah. Okay, so I have nothing I can air fryer. Alright, I'm just gonna come back in the room and I think we'll call it here and I'll just make something ASAP. I think I might have to I could just eat, I don't know if I want to eat just eggs and hash browns though. That's what I eat for breakfast. Actually, you know what? Eggs and hash browns is probably the move. Okay, we're good. I ate eggs earlier today. I don't want to eat double up on my eggs, but you know what? Stair Hug says I could make a classic English dish, French fry sandwich. Oh, I didn't know that's a thing. Because I do have bread. I do got bread. I mean, I don't actually have bread, but you know, I actually have bread. But I wish I had the other bread. You get the joke. But somebody else says, yeah, tangy potatoes. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know, maybe. Oh, a chip buddy? That's what the Brits call it? Oh, dang. Yeah, maybe. Hey, everybody says, I just ate a second breakfast. I'm doing morning chores at midnight, so why not go all the way? Yeah, why not, dude? I say why not. That's a good idea. But dude, I'm gonna get back from this jazz show and have so many orders I gotta pack. I might drink coffee when I get home. I'm trying to go to bed earlier, but the grind don't stop. But yeah, all right, let's just make a thumbnail, and then I gotta go and make this breakfast thing abomination that I'm about to make. But yeah, I've been eating just like. I found out how to make like hash browns in my air fryer. They're hella good. Oh, and the reason why I'm gonna do eggs and hash browns because it'll make I won't be like all bloated at the show. Now I think about it, that's probably the best move because then I won't be all like, ooh. Probably want something a little bit more light. This guy says silly British and their questionable food choices. Yeah, I mean, I forgot what I saw. I saw something. But it was like some British people like, I'm tired of, like, it was like someone on Twitter was like, I'm tired of people making fun of British food. It's actually pretty good. And everyone in the comments was like, no, it's not. Shut up. No, it's not. It just unquestionably is not. But yeah. Oh, since William asked about the plushie, we'll do another plushie thumbnail. Yeah, I'll give him a water bottle too. Thank you for telling me to have fun at the jazz show. Oh, this is silly. Let's see. Oh, I'll have a sticker of the plushie drinking from the plushie thing. Is this silly? That looks kind of dumb. Thank you. Who is it? The baby. Yeah, that's the ones with spice. Okay, let me take a. Oh, okay. I'm trying to think if there's something else I could do. Oh, I know. I got the Keyblade. We'll do another Keyblade thumbnail. I don't know. I'm getting distracted. I gotta go to the jazz show. Oh no. I'm playing around too much. This will be, don't you ever talk to me or my son like that ever again. There you go. Cool. You know what I mean? Don't you ever dare talk to me or my son like that ever again. But yeah, y'all, thanks for letting me head out a little early to go to the jazz show. But yeah, wanna chill on Tuesday? We'll be streaming on Tuesday. King Perfection. Hey. William says, anybody gonna be at that show? William, so it's a bunch of like local Phoenix jazz artists, but they crush it. Like William, every show's been so good. They're all so talented. It's such a good time. But King says perfection, lol. Thanks, King, yeah. And it'll not nice. But yeah, so if y'all don't, if y'all don't mind, but I kind of have to go on Monday. I have friends waiting on me. So, all right, we're gonna have friends waiting on me. But yeah, catch you around Simply Deo. We're gonna we're streaming again on Tuesday. So if you're free Tuesday, pull up, hanging out. Yeah, catch you around King, catch you around Simply Deo, catch you around Skyer, catch you around Who Is It. Thank you so much for popping in with me. Catch you around William. Catch you around Run Mooney. Peace and love to you too. Catch you around Jay if you're still watching. Catch you around Rampage if you're still watching. Check you around Cherry Cola if you've been having me on the background. And yeah, take it easy, y'all. If you're free Tuesday, we'll be streaming as usual. And hopefully I'll have like less orders and be like, So yeah. But yeah, get you around, y'all. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night. And I'll let you know how the jazz show goes on Tuesday. I'm super excited. So yeah, peace everybody. Later. Thank you, Smudgy Pudgy. I catch you around. I appreciate you, Smudgy Pudgy.